Here with Carson-Newman coach Tom Griffin after the Eagles get bounced from the conference tournament. Coach, before we hop into either of these games, let's talk about your team, because there was a couple weeks this year where you weren't sure if your team was going to be able to respond. The Wingate series, the Tusculum series, you have to play in the play-in game. You come out, you win the first three. What do you think about the makeup of this year's group being able to put some of those tough things aside and come out and perform as well as you did?
Says a lot about mental toughness and intestinal fortitude. To put those things behind you is not easy for anybody, because emotions are tough right there. But found a way with a couple good series, and then just to get into the tournament, and then the run there. Because we played a very good schedule. It was a tough schedule when you look at the conference, who we had to play. And so, we had a hiccup. The hiccup was on the road to Wingate. And so, again, it goes back to your upperclassmen leadership. They've got to convince the others that, hey, that was just a small hiccup. That's not who we are. That was 1 day, 2 days, whatever. But the broad spectrum of who we are, it showed. It showed in the tournament. It showed at the end of the year. It showed against some very good clubs. So can't be prouder of the effort and the mindset that these guys had. And it's not just games, because you guys just see the games, but it's in the training, it's in the weight room, it's in our practices when we're still pushing them and still like, hey, just like it's day one. You call it grind, we just call it that's daily training.
Let's talk about your group, because last year you didn't even get a chance to get this far. COVID
No.
hit, you didn't have that opportunity. You weren't even sure what kind of season this year would look like.
Yeah.
But you guys were able to bounce through it.
Yeah.
How do you sum up what your team went through in 2021 to get ready for the year, to get all the way to this point and be one of the final three teams left standing here in the conference tournament?
Well, you're proud. It's proud. Listen, for a guy and a staff that invests so much in their kids, like every coach, you're proud of them. And they accomplished a lot. And here's the thing. They represented the university. They represented their families. They represented the alumni. They represented their Lord and Maker on and off the field in an exceptional manner. And I think when people watch the way we play the game, it's different. It is. And they got to buy into that. And the way they represented it, I'm proud of them. I think the university should be proud. We're thankful for the university to give us this opportunity. Great administration, the faculty to allow us to do this spring sport, which isn't easy, as you know, with classes. Our faculty does a great job. We have the best SID department in the country. The way these kids are shown, it's better than most Division I programs. And it's great for their family and friends to be able to see them do this. And so we're fortunate with the SID. Our trainer, Aaron and Coulter, did a phenomenal job getting our guys healthy, keeping them healthy, and our alumni. Man, I'm going to tell you something. Matt Ward coached with me years ago, came up from South Georgia today to watch this game. Matt Ward. I mean, you got to be kidding me. That's what it's about. That right there is what it's about. And some of the alum that are here right now, that relationship means more to me than anything else, because this is a relationship business. And then to see these guys and knowing their investment when they come back, that's our purpose in life. Serve others and then relationships with other people. And my wife and my girls, I don't get to see them much, man. The sacrifices they make. And, my daughters were here this week because I invest so much into these guys. They're like, wait a minute, what about us? But, it's the sacrifices they make I can't be more than thankful for. And my staff, listen, Michael, Brandon Roberts, Jake Starkey, Tom Novak had to come in as a volunteer and he had to take the job. Fortunately for Pat Brown, he did a phenomenal job in the fall for us and got a great opportunity and had to leave. So he helped to set this foundation for this pitching staff. But Tom did a great job taking over when Pat left and did a good job keeping us together and keeping that pitching staff together. And so our staff is second to none. I'm so thankful for them. But it's all about the kids, brother. It's all about their leadership. They got to buy into it, and they got to sell it in the locker room. They got to sell it off the field, in the classroom, and on the field. And I'm so grateful that they did that.
This final question for you. Let's talk about the two games. Every time you got punched in the mouth, it didn't feel like you guys went down. What does that say about the mental makeup of your team, that you guys were still playing the game like you talk about, one pitch at a time, no matter what the situation?
Yeah, passion and energy. And I think that it's a microcosm really of life. You know, as believers, as Christians, listen, we're going to have ups and downs. He gives us all this adversity, and the game of baseball just happens in a 3-hour period. You get some good things, you get some bad things, and it's just real quick. It's like, hey, how are we going to handle the negativity? Well, so what? That's a phrase we use. So what? Next pitch. And do it with passion and energy. You know, everyone says don't look at the scoreboard 0-0, but we got to remind them, like, hey, keep playing the game. What else are we going to do? We ain't going to sulk about it, because the thing is, when these guys leave here, Michael, we got to have them ready for the real world. We're getting them ready for society. Be great community leaders. Be great leaders in their place of business. Be great husbands and fathers. That's what we're trying to do each and every day. So the standards and what we ask them to do, I think it's different. We ask a lot of them. It ain't easy. Ask a 20-year-old to be clean-shaven? Come on, are you kidding me? That's not easy to do. So a lot of the discipline and the things they have to do and the things we ask them to do on a daily basis, it's not easy. But when they leave here, they see the difference. They see the difference when they're hiring people. They see the difference when they're working with people. Like, hey, that's different. And that's what we're trying to do here at this university, what we're trying to do with our baseball program.